This is the collective. Different sounds, one energy. Get with the movement.
What's going on, everybody? As you know, it's your boy Epic,
It's your boy Flex.
and this is the Collective Podcast. You guys may have known us or seen us around at that other podcast we had.
Look at you, podcast.
Correct. But this is a new umbrella, new movement, new look. And we want to talk about, what's been going on.
Yeah.
Update you with us and talk about why the name change, why the rebrand, and just
Couple of things just to catch up because we've been gone for a little bit, right?
Definitely have. So I mean, yeah, we can start with you, bro. So first off, we're in a new space. As you can see, we are shooting this live from Charlotte, North Carolina, episode 1.
Episode 1, I just flew down. 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
so
I got here a few hours ago.
Yeah, a few hours ago. Right now it's 12. Had a little bit of breakfast, but we good. We here. We got energy now.
Correct. So with that, man, update our viewers. The last time we were together, man, we were just really off this travel kick. We talked a little bit about music. You talked about, traveling with your wife. What's going on? I see you got the dad hat on.
Yeah. So, bro, let everybody else know. From Look at You, now to the collective. Me and my wife, we had a daughter. Her name is Isla Celine. Epic here, Miguel. He's the godfather to our daughter. So that's my right hand man. So you already know that I had to go ahead and give him that title. But yeah, daughter's already a year old now, bro. It's crazy, man. Talking, walking, it's bananas. It's just to see the growth. But besides that, just work. Working. I was able to help my wife to get a job also. So I've been doing a lot of things, man, and then just trying to level up every time.
Okay.
What about you, bro?
I mean, hey, bro. So we're in Charlotte now.
Yeah.
I think last time we shot our last podcast episode, I was still in Jersey.
Yeah.
So man, I mean, it's been a little journey.
Do you remember where we were at?
Bayonne.
Were we in Bayonne?
Yeah.
It was in the crib.
Yeah. Our last episode. Actually, no.
No, it was in the Heights. Right? Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. So a lot has changed, right?
Yeah.
So I've moved from that in the Heights. I moved to St. Louis.
Yeah, you did.
And then
and I was about to follow you to go to St. Louis.
That was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I went to St. Louis, came back to Jersey, because I just did not like St. Louis at all. But Jersey was cool. I was glad to be around my people again. But again, something was calling me. So now we in Charlotte.
But you always making moves, bro. You're always trying to find a better opportunity to grow and level up. So as I always I tip my hat to you for that, bro. Like you always try to find a better way to make it out and to grow. And that's the main thing that's the same concept that we were trying to build off of. Like us as bros, as friends, and as family, we always saw that, and right, we try to go ahead and build off of that.
Absolutely.
And then, bro, for you to move to St. Louis, come back to Jersey, and then we were talking because we were both about to move to North Carolina.
Yeah.
My man, in 2 weeks, he's like, "Yo, I already found my apartment. You coming?" And I couldn't.
He was like, "Wait a minute, hold on.
I can't lock that in, bro. I just locked in the state job, and I was like, let me see if I can go ahead and try to look for an opportunity out there. But obviously, pension job and whatnot, so I can't really make that type of move.
Fire, bro.
I'm locked in 25 years.
That's it, bro. I mean, but at the same time, bro, that's so dope to hear because not a lot of people get those type of opportunities either.
Yeah.
Something still with that pension, with that, security in a sense where you're like, when I'm done with work, I'm gonna reap the benefits of this.
Absolutely, that's my goal, bro.
And then that's awesome to hear that now. I
got wifey's right in my old location, so now I'm at the main headquarters. So that's pretty cool. We're in 2 separate areas, but now we're both locked in the state job.
That's awesome, man. So with okay, all right. So we catching up, but let's talk to the viewers a little bit, right? They want to know, hey, they saw us drop the Instagram, they saw us drop the YouTube channel under the Rebrand, the collective, right? So a lot of them
we were trying to do it in waves, small waves, let them know that hey, something's brewing, we cooking something.
Right. Yeah. So when if you could give your point of view, and then I'll kind of talk to my side.
Yeah.
What went on in your head? Like what gear started turning once we started saying, hey, not only are we coming back with a podcast, but we're launching everything under one umbrella, one name.
I got excited, bro.
Okay.
I really got excited because I felt like we went in a hiatus, right?
We did.
And that's not a bad thing because we were working on growing and trying to get to where we wanted to get to, or be in a place that like we're happy.
Right.
And then now we like touch base again, and we're like, yo, you know what? I think it would be cool to bring this back up. And then we started doing more music, right?
Right.
Which we kind of left the podcast in the dark for a little bit. We started doing more music, and I think that's what got my brain working. And it's like, oh, okay, wow, I'm actually making more songs and whatnot. So now that we're able to make more tracks, or we made more tracks, and you'll talk about that in a little bit, and what other projects we got going on. We spoke about creating a label, and we kept on bouncing back ideas, designs, blah blah, and then one thing led to another. We were throwing names at each other, like, "Yo, what about this? What about this?" And I just felt like we were like one group with a whole bunch of different sounds, but we always came with that fire energy. No matter if it was Magic on the track, you on the track, me, I'll go ahead and throw a little, a hook here and there, or I'll throw a verse because you push me to do a verse. And it's just like building off of that energy is what like kind of like kept on. I was like, all right, let's see where this can go, right?
Yeah.
And then the names just suddenly clicked because we're not just a group of friends or bros or family. We're a collective, and we try to unify each other and build off of each other's energies to make those tracks. And besides that, now we're trying to do other things, right? I started getting into my design bag and trying to go ahead and do a couple other stuff, and then I sent you that so we can go ahead and start talking about that too. But either way, like the collective, I felt like it was a hard name, so we ran with it. What was your take on that, bro? Like, what did you feel when like we came back into it? And we even like the idea of like, yo, podcast. Like, but besides the podcast, what else are we gonna do?
Right. So I think with me, man, I mean, from when we stopped doing the Look at You podcast,
Yeah,
first off, we never wanted to stop. Just life just happened,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So life just
yeah.
happened. But we heard you guys. A lot of people were like, "Yo, you guys, the episodes were good. You had some dope content."
Yeah, funny as hell. Yeah, always answering questions.
Right. It's like, yo, the content you guys have is dope. Like, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? When's the next episode dropping? So trust me, we heard all of that. But for me, it was, again, life just happened, right? We were moving, we were doing X, Y, and Z. But we never stopped the music, right? Since our last project, I've dropped Here We Go Again. I've dropped and then we dropped the Here We Go Again was the most recent joint that we dropped, and I had content with you, with Magic.
Yeah,
I had Shem on there.
a couple other people from Jersey too.
Correct. So what's dope now about the collective being one title is that no matter what we do, it falls under that.
Yeah,
So we are going to continue to do these podcast episodes. And then we're going to do music. We're going to do, like you said, graphic design. And ultimately, we'll put that on merch, right?
yeah.
We want that on hats and shirts.
Yo, when we talked about the collective, and I started like designing, and I was throwing. I think I threw like 4 or 5, maybe 6 designs at you, and you just started like, "Yo, boom, 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 social media." I was like, "Yo, bro, take it down. Let's like table it for a second." And Chazzy like, "Nah, bro, this shit's hard." So I got excited with that. That's why I was sending it back to back because I could see the vision is there.
Right.
The merch, I would love to get back in that bag of creating merch because I did Diverse Society. But now if I can go ahead and incorporate my design, my work into the collective, the brand itself, and continue doing music and doing the podcast, that all under one umbrella, like you said. So it's like it allows us to be creative still,
Yeah.
and not only do it in North Carolina but in other places too. And yeah, man, I'm just excited because of this new movement. So y'all definitely got to tap in and keep on following us and follow us on Instagram and whatnot, so y'all can get like the most updated stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I mean, and in just to take it a step further with what our plan is with this, other than continuation of the podcast, music, merch, graphic design, right? We're trying to distribute, like, so whatever talent you think you have, if you just need support, you need that team behind you, then the collective is where it's at.
Yeah,
You
for
got to
sure.
understand, like, we are in the process right now where we're just gathering people from all like walks of life. And if like whether you can be a poet, you can be an author, you can, you can draw, you can paint, like whatever, like you can be part of the team. We can find a way where we collaborate, right? And that's the process.
or allow you to showcase your stuff, right?
Right, absolutely. And
Have convos with them,
hmm
brainstorm and just see like, hey, how can we showcase you, show love to you, and let our viewers meet you and us have a conversation, and maybe we can go ahead and collab
right.
and do something together.
Right. And I think that's so dope. So even like with all that, right? Then you start looking at like our upcoming projects and what we want to do, right?
Right.
From the music standpoint, you got like we've dropped music before. We've
Yeah.
dropped music before, but it was like very independently. So now thinking about this label and this movement we're starting, is actually pretty dope that we will be releasing all projects going forward under the collective umbrella.
Correct.
Whether it's a solo project for me, a solo project for you, or just a song, a single, whatever.
Yeah, I'm more of like a single hook guy. I don't know if I'll be able to go ahead and blast
We'll get them there. We'll get them.
10 songs on the album. It's crazy. I
So
can't.
now you can do a single here and there, something light. So, um, our first project for on the music standpoint under the umbrella of the collective will be Magic's debut album. Magic, you
Yeah.
guys have heard him on some of my songs,
Yep.
whether it's hooks, verses. He sings. He's pretty nice with the melodies.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. He's never dropped a project, so I'm actually pretty excited.
I'm excited too, bro.
I heard your feature on.
Yeah, I know you kind of mad because
I wanted that song.
Yo, so it's crazy, man. Because I was there. I went to his house.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he texted me. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm not doing nothing." And he's like, you want to come through and record something?" I was like, "Sure." My man came and drove and picked me up just so he can get something down packed. I was like, all right, cool. And then we started recording. Well, first we ran through some songs. I found a beat. Once we found the beat, we started doing what we do, and boom, that song came out. And then you heard the raw footage on that, the raw recording on that, and he's like, you looked at me with like, I was like, bro, really?
Give me the stank.
I was like, yo, bro, really? I said, that could have been mine. I said, yeah, it could have. You wasn't in Jersey.
That's crazy. You was giving him the heat.
That was nice though. That was a good one. That's what I was like, yo. Every time I astonish myself sometimes, bro, because I'm like, I'm growing, I'm learning from you, from Magic. I'm not really like the type to go ahead and do this rapping stuff, but like over time, I'm learning, I'm getting better. So I'm excited. That song is pretty hard. Um, but you got another album, another project too, right?
So we got something in the works. I am, I've been teasing it on my story, right? I've been teasing. A lot of you are asking for Hookah and Henny 3.
Yeah.
And that's coming, but like that project,
that's a summertime one though, right?
It is a summertime one, but the idea I have for that one, because it'll be the last Hookah and Henny. The Hookah and Henny, I don't see myself doing a Hookah and Henny 4, Hookah and Henny, like
not like Jay-Z, the Blueprint 3, 5.
Well, not. I'll have a Hookah and Henny trilogy. The third one will be the final. And I have ideas for that, and it's gonna cost some money. So
okay.
With that,
you know what we need to do though,
talk to me.
We need to throw some freaking music videos on that.
I mean,
we got a couple of hits that we can make music videos.
That's coming.
I think that's the next thing that we need to work on. That's definitely the next thing.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I've teased, Hookah and Henny 3 here. I've teased a couple different ideas, but I think you actually made it known when I sent you a couple samples of my unreleased stuff that I have in the cut, and you're like, yo, this type of vibe is so different. Like, you're like, yo, this reminds me of my other album, From Me to You.
Yes.
And so you were like, yo, From Me to You too? And I was like,
Yes.
oof. I was like, I didn't even plan on doing one of those.
Bro, when you send me the songs, and he's like, yo, this is gonna go on Hookah and Henny 3. I'm like, this is not Hookah and Henny 3 vibe. It's a Hookah and Henny. The vibe on Hookah and Henny was just like summertime, blah blah blah.
We vibe.
We vibe, and the energy is good.
Yeah.
The other one, you was coming like, hitting like certain points of talking about real life stuff, relationship stuff, and that boom. As soon as heard the first track, I was like, nah, this has to be on.
From Me to You.
Oh, From Me to You. From Me to You too? I threw a question mark and with the eye emoji. It's
I was
like,
like this. I read that text. I was like,
and then you sent me a design quick. You was like,
what you think about this album cover?
I was like, bro, that's it, bro.
Come on.
I was like, yo, Valentine's Day?
It might Valentine's Day 2026.
Teaser, maybe?
Nah,
that's
we're
it.
doing it.
Okay, fine.
This going also light the match for me to make sure that everything's mixed mastered.
Hey,
cut up
listen.
by that.
All I'm saying is I'm here until like Tuesday. I want to get on the track.
Oh, you want?
And we gonna make something happen.
You ready to get in your sad bag?
I could get in the sad bag. It's like, why'd you do this? Why'd you leave?
Okay. All right. So all right. Perfect. I like. So we're talking about that type of vibe, right? We're talking about From Me to You. With that relationship bag, I know, the viewers, anytime we've had a podcast episode in the past, the viewers are always like, hey, we'd love to see you talk about this. I think somebody sent you a few questions, right?
Yeah. So they sent a couple of questions. They were like, give me 1 second.
We can answer those, and then we could kind of, we'll kind of go from there into a couple other things, but I think it'll be the perfect time to bring those up.
So so it was like a relationship question. Let's call this collective conversations, right?
Okay.
Collective conversations. I like this. So it was, can you build a relationship with someone who doesn't match your hustle or ambition? That's the first one. Then you want me to read all of them, or just
let's start there? Because I feel like that's a loaded question.
Can you build a relationship with someone who doesn't match your hustle or ambition? What do you think? What's your take on that?
Well, that's a lot, right? So you gotta understand: are you in a relationship with this person already, or are you still trying to get to know them?
Huh.
It's very different both ways.
I guess you could think about it coming from both perspectives.
Well, I think so. Let's talk about if you're in a relationship with somebody already. If you're in a relationship with somebody already, you would have to know that, right?
Right, like you're gonna see if they don't have it or they do have it, right?
Right, because my whole thing is for you to make that step, that leap, and say, hey, I want to be in a relationship with this person.
That's a conversation you're gonna have.
Right.
You gotta have that.
A lot of people don't, which is crazy. It's like a lot of people.
You gotta look at the cameras like, yo, whoever said this question is crazy.
Yeah, wild. So, but with that, even you getting to know somebody, right? Those are questions you ask, like, hey,
what are your goals?
What do you want to do? Like, right, even if you don't necessarily have a plan, because I'm not necessarily saying, hey, what's your plan? But at the same time, I'm like, hey, like, tell me what you want to do. If they're kind of like, oh, I don't know, I'm just chilling now.
I'm just going with the flow, and nah,
it's a red flag.
Yeah.
At our age, I'm like, listen, baby, baby, what we doing? Like,
shorty, I'm about to be 35 in 2 weeks.
I don't got time to waste.
I was like, this ain't it, man.
So, yeah, bro. So but let's be honest. Like, you gotta understand that's not to diminish anybody, because there are going to be some people who still feel like, yeah, they don't have a plan, and that's fine too. But my whole thing is, if you say there's a difference from just going with the flow, not having a plan,
right,
versus, hey, I know what I eventually want to do. I'm just in a place right now where I don't know how to get there.
Well, that's just saying. So even in a relationship, right? Let's say right now you're in a relationship, they see us doing music, or they see you writing books, right? Because you got another book that you're working on, and they're not really doing anything. Like you're applying for positions, trying to see, what's your next step. You're going to school, right?
Right.
You're doing everything to try to grow as a person for yourself and for your partner at the same time.
Right.
So if they don't see that or notice your hustle or what you're doing, it's kind of it's the ultimate red flag to me. Is it? But at the same time, it's a conversation that needs to be had, right? He's like, hey, babe, like, what? Well, what's your goal? Where do you see yourself? Like, do you still see yourself within that job?
Right.
Or have you reached that ceiling, within that position? Well, where do you see yourself going from there, or what do you want to do?
Right.
Is there more? Like those are questions that you should ask, so maybe they can see that, for themselves if they haven't noticed it from your work that you put in, right?
Right.
So I like there's a lot of things to untap there. Now with a person that like you're just getting to know, and they don't have that hustle or ambition, I don't think it will go past that.
Right.
I think it's be dead right then and there.
Right. And we have friends now. We have friends now that are in positions where one of them may be more ahead in life than the other person.
Yeah,
Again, which is cool. That's
yeah.
fine. But as long as the other person is saying, "Hey, I know I'm not where I want to be yet, but this is where I'd eventually want to be,
Yeah.
and I'm working on a plan to get there."
I mean, even bro, from me, when I was talking to my wife about getting the state job, we were both happy, we were ecstatic, and I was like, "Yo, I think you should come and join the state too." She didn't want to follow me. She wanted to do her own thing
Create her own
and
path.
create her own path, and that's perfectly fine. But then at one point, it's almost like you try and you try and you try. Well, she was trying to like get positions, and it wasn't allowing her to get to where she wanted to get to.
Right.
So then I was like, I jumped back in as her husband, and I jumped back in. I was like, hey, listen, like, there's this opportunity. I want you to apply and just give it a shot. Just interview. And once you interview, I'm gonna work with you. And that's what I did with her. I worked with her to try to make sure that she got the talk points
Right.
to go ahead and land that job. And this also comes with me motivating her and doing that. So it comes from like the partner's perspective, because it could be vice versa. The boyfriend probably don't have that hustle or ambition, but it just takes a little push and show like, hey, these are the benefits of this. And then she sees that. She saw me within like less than 2 years get a promotion, and I'm working on a promotion now.
Right.
So and it's gonna land in the next 30 days, so it's gonna be good.
That's fire, bro.
So she's seeing my growth, and she's seeing that. By her seeing that, she wants to go ahead and motivate herself to get or match to get a higher position or match me, because it's not a competition. It's like a friendly competition, which is
Right.
a good thing to have in a relationship. But it's not a competition at all. It's just like you want to match that same energy.
Well, yeah, I mean, and to that, you're like, if you see your wife leveling up, it's gonna hype you up. You're gonna be like, oh,
Absolutely.
I'm doing that too,
And
vice versa.
yo, wifey's always she's like, bro, my number one cheerleader, bro.
That's
Like
dope.
before I got here, she's like, well, I got the news. I told you, right? I got a promotion. Well, guys, I got a promotion,
There we go.
right? And she was just happy, bro. I broke down crying in the crib because I was excited as hell.
That's dope, man.
And it was like this month for me, October is crazy because I lost my dad October 21st, about 5 years,
Wow.
and then I'm a father now. I'm trying to grow as a husband, as a person, so I can be able to provide for my family. And then it just all that emotion just hit me, and then my wife was just happy. She hugged me with my daughter, and it's just like it was good to see that and to feel that.
Right.
And even now when I was flying out, she's like, "Babe, go over there, chill with Miguelito, and celebrate. You just got a new apartment too, right? So,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, promotion. Our birthdays are coming up. We're going on a cruise. It's a whole bunch. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. Like,
Dope, man.
yeah. So it's just like Shorty's pushing me and cheering me on, and I can only do but the same for her.
Absolutely.
So yeah, bro.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's a good. That's a really good question.
Yeah,
Well,
I got another one that said, well, it's kind of like it goes hand in hand.
okay.
Like, would you date someone who supports your dream but doesn't have one of their own?
Well, it's a little different, right? It's a little different. I mean, at the end of the day, and you can kind of talk to how you feel about it, but I'm very big on, um, words of affirmation, and just making sure that I see the motion or the action behind that, right? So
Yeah.
I'm never really in a position when I'm in the talking phase or in a relationship with anybody where I'm asking them for anything.
Mm.
I'm like, hey, what I want, I got myself in terms of physical. I was like, the only things I require are that, seeing that you support me. When I say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, you saying, yo, that's dope. How you gonna do that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
help me expand my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. I'll give you that too. But at the same time, if there are things that I hear you say where I'm like, okay, I, you know, I'm not gonna. I'll give you my opinion, of course, whether you ask for it or not. But
Yeah.
everybody around me knows that. But at the same time, I'll say, okay, that
It's a
sounds
gift and a curse of
right,
yours.
right. I'll be like, hey, that sounds dope. I was like, if you don't mind, like, what do you think about this? And I say that because some people are so, like, when they think this, like, tunnel vision.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I just want to, hey, like, let's play, advocate here. And I was like, that's dope. That could work. I was like, but do you think it could also work this way? And do you think potentially you can get more out of what you want doing it this way?
Wow.
But I'd want that done for me.
Right.
Like you do that for me. Like, I'd be like, yo, LB, I'm thinking about doing this. You'd be like, okay, well, let me ask you this. And I'm like, okay, you right. Didn't think about it like
Then you
that.
get pissed off at me. He's like,
Well,
bro, you always bring something different. Oh,
right,
and
right. I'm like,
that's not
yo.
even what I'm trying to say right now.
So, but so I think if you're dating somebody and they support you, I think that's so dope. But at the same time, um, it can't be just one sided.
It can't just be from one person on the relationship because it kind of gets tiring
Yeah.
if that happens only from one person, bro. I don't see that relationship lasting.
Well, no, because what's gonna happen is the person who's support and it doesn't have
They
something
forget
on
about
their side.
themselves.
Yes, and then they wake up one day like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah,
You
like
wake
who
up
am
one,
I?
yeah, right. You're like this,
You
like
don't
this
want to
is
wake up like that.
right. And I've seen it happen with people who are like moms, right? With people who are moms, and I love seeing, like, all my friends who are like new parents, but then talking to parents who have had kids already for like 10 plus years,
Yeah,
hearing them, like, again, different walks of life.
yeah,
It's I had a conversation with my mom,
yeah. I remember the
and my
conversation.
mom said, and it kind of opened my eyes. Shout out to mom, that's like my best friend. But we, me and my mom, we kick it. We have these dope conversations, and she had, like, we were talking about, like, marriage and kids and just relationships, because I like to pick her brain about stuff too.
Yeah,
And she said something that really opened my eyes, and she said, at the end of the day, right, you have kids, right? You have kids, and your job is to raise them to one day leave you.
yeah. Become adults and be
Right,
able to handle
right.
the.
You're gonna have them for oh so long, and they're gonna wake up one day like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate the help. I'm out.
yeah,
So with that, it's just like you have these people who are in relationships now and marriages and stuff like that, that they are so tunnel vision into being just parents, right? And then you got to understand, you wake up one day, your kids are gone. How's that relationship now with your husband? How's that relationship with your wife?
yeah.
Oh, it's not good because you guys have been just so diehard parents.
So just tapping in on
Yeah.
that, and it's just like with me and Vanessa, like we split up our week very good. Like she works from home first half, and I work from home the second half. But we tag each other in, like, all right, go ahead and do what you need to do. I'll take over, blah blah blah. It's like she's eating dinner, and then I'm taking care of the baby, feeding her, or like vice versa. I gotta go do something. I gotta get something for the house, and at the end of the day, once we put the baby to sleep, we try to go ahead and have our own time and
Of
just
course.
sit on the couch, watch our Netflix, decompress, talk about, how was work, anything happened. She tells me the BS that either happens at work, and she's like, like, what did you say though? Did you say anything?
Right.
And she's like, I did, but it's like, no, tell me exactly word for word what happened. And then I was like, I wish I was there. You want me to text them? As I'll text them, I'll set them in the place. And she's like, no, leave it alone. There's like, everything in my power, bro. I'll be holding back. I just like, because I send a quick text, no problem. Oh, I pop up.
Right.
That no problem. But I can't do that, and so whatever.
Right.
But either way, I was like, I always talk to my wife about things that happen, how she can, and you mentioned it, how you can go ahead and maybe think about it in a different perspective and approach it in a different way, or to not let it happen again, because sometimes people get carried away at work. But either way, is that I always me and Vanessa, we always touch base and talk about like everything and just have our own time.
Right.
So I think that's the main important thing. And then recently we've been trying like go on like little dates and stuff. So it's a work in progress, especially like with a 1 year old, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important though, and you guys are doing it right. You guys are like, hey, we're doing right by our daughter. We're doing what we have to do, but we're not forgetting that, how we came to have our daughter to begin with.
Right.
We love each other.
And I mentioned that
right.
that whole conversation that you had with your mom. I mentioned that to Vanessa too, just so like we could be on the same page. Like we can't forget about each other,
Right.
because we forget about each other when that time comes, when Isla goes ahead and wants to be her own adult. And hey, mom and dad, it's time for me to leave the nest. I'm gonna be okay with it, right? I think. I don't know.
I mean, you still got like 17 years.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just gonna. I don't want to forget her.
You're right.
I do want to do a little bit more things. I know I could do more. So, and that's why I'm working on as her husband and as a father. So there's a lot always things for growth. So
That's so dope.
yeah,
man.
bro.
Cool. Was that all we got this week?
For the questions, yeah. Let me see what else they ended up sending. Oh, the social media ruin relationships. Does it just expose what's already broken? That's a touchy subject.
Is it?
I think so.
How?
Social media messes up a lot of stuff, though, bro.
Here's where I land on social media. It's very cut and dry. I think black and white. It could be complex if you make it that, right. I think that there are people. So I'm gonna play both sides.
Okay.
And then you tell me what you think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think there are people. One, I'm gonna say the bad. I think there are people who who are with people, like say you're in a relationship, or you're exclusive, or you're talking to somebody. I think that there are people who deliberately not post their person because, one, they either have something else going on,
Okay.
and they don't want anything to be seen,
Okay.
or two, there's this thing, there's this idea in their head that, like, oh, I don't want to post my girl, I don't want to post my man, because I don't want all these people following them.
Or not even that. I think it's like I don't want them to think that I'm just his girl.
Right.
Like I am my own person type of thing.
Right, but that's cool.
Well, I don't want people to think that I'm just her man and I'm not,
right,
my own person.
But again, it's
whack.
It's like I love our viewers. I love the people who follow us. I love the people who support us.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, the only opinions I care about are the people who are physically around me. The people that I hop on the call with, I hop on FaceTime with. Like, other than that, everything, like, you see what I choose to show you.
Right.
And again, from that was the other side. Me personally, I haven't been in a relationship in years. However, I was just like, I know me in a relationship. If I'm traveling with shorty, with wifey,
you're gonna post up.
I'm posting. I was like, we gonna travel. We gonna do. I
want everybody to see it.
Yeah, I'm like, look what we doing.
Yeah,
that's us. Like
I always post after the trip, though. I never post during the trip.
Yeah, I always because I'll get like a compilation of pictures, like post the best ones. But still, post something. Don't. What we not about to do is act like we single when we not.
Right.
throw something out there. Throw me, on a side or something.
Hold my hand.
Right, I'm looking away. Do something. Like, what we talking about?
That's funny as hell.
What do you think?
On a day, kind of nervous, and just show the hand.
Just show the hands.
Social media. I think social media gets you in trouble, bro. People create fake social media just to like follow pages. I think that's wild.
My page is public.
Mine's private, but
I don't post much at all.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, I was like, you don't even got to do that. Like, look at my page from your profile. Like, let me see that you saw it. I don't want to see no XX Bumblebee Girl 37. Like, I don't want to see none of that.
But I think social media gets you, like, couples get in trouble because of it. Because, oh, I seen that you like this post. Oh, you like that girl with the big butt, blah blah blah. What you like about it? Oh, that's what you like.
That's what you like.
I was like, bro, they posted like so. Hey, bro, that's why I don't double tap on a lot of pictures, friends and family moments. Cool, I'll double tap that. I don't do none of that other stuff. I want to avoid the argument, bro. To be honest with you,
it's a lot.
I think that's a little too much.
It can become an issue that doesn't need to be an issue.
Right.
It's just like extra.
But then, bro, and then the other thing is when people start like, couple is going through it, and they start throwing shots at each other. I just like, bro.
Because my whole thing is I've seen people in a relationship, like a girl in a relationship be like, oh, dudes ain't nothing. And I'm like, don't you got a man?
You got a whole baby daddy?
You got a whole baby father?
A husband?
Like, and then that's another thing. I know fathers who like badmouth the mother of their kids, or are mothers who badmouth the father of their kids because they're separated.
Back to social media, bro.
But they're also talking to people. Like, why you bad mouthing your baby mother if you got a whole girl? That makes it look like there's also still emotions that.
I didn't even think about that.
That looks weird.
Yeah.
Like if you talking to me and you have a kid, but you like you violating your baby father. If you're
just leave it at that. It was already done.
If the other parent is trash, they're trash.
Trash, yeah.
But you making it known that you got some sort of resentment towards them while you in something with somebody else, it looks crazy to me.
Nah. I find it funny, bro.
Yeah.
They start posting stuff, and I was like, all right, whatever. To each his own. Not me. Couldn't be me.
We're not doing that.
It couldn't be me.
Okay, all right. I think those were good questions. I think for questions, we'll leave it there. But with that, guys, whenever we're posting stuff on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, comment what you want to see us talk about next. It doesn't necessarily have to be relationship topics. It can be, whatever. It could be, it can literally be whatever.
It could be like current culture topics. I don't know. Whatever type of, what's the culture missing right now? What type of vibe you want to be on or whatever. We'll be able to talk about it. And bring it on our next episode, right?
Absolutely. So let me real quick. So let's segue into that. With the collective, right? When we think about the culture, right, and we think about all these different ideas that we're putting under one umbrella.
Yeah.
When you look at what we did, like before our work we used to do with just music and just the bodies of work we've put out into the world versus, where we've evolved to now, right? Even now to this day, if it has nothing to do with the collective, when you look out into the world and you're listening to music and you're seeing merch or you're seeing graphic design, what's one thing that you're like, we can use more of that? Like, I don't see enough of this.
I don't see enough of this.
Yeah, like for me, right? When I look into like the creative space, there's not a lot of creators anymore. There are people who kind of just, I feel like there's a lot of like people who, they'll post like reviews, memes, stuff like that, and that's how they get their pages and out there. And there are a lot of people who do like audio podcasts, right? But like, sitting down, like I want to see more of the people that we talk to, because I feel like our group, our network, we have conversations like this all the time.
100%.
The conversations.
I think we should walk around with freaking cameras all day, but
right.
I don't know.
I think the conversations are so dope, and it's not just our network. If we're talking like this, I know there are so many other people.
Yeah.
when I look online, I'm a big podcast listen. Like I listen to a lot now,
Uh-huh.
but I like the vlogs. I like watching them speak. I like seeing them on the couch. Like
Yeah.
I need to see your facial expression when you say what you say.
Okay.
I need more of that.
Okay.
We have so many people who do have podcasts, and I'm like, that's dope too. But their podcast is like based on one thing. Like they could open up the network to talk about more. And it's just like there's so much. Like I'm like, oh my god. Like, and again, I think that us bringing the collective back, there's so many people I think we're gonna tap on,
So we can go ahead and like
collaborate and stuff.
collaborate.
I think it's gonna be so dope.
I definitely want to see more collaboration on our podcast.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, anybody that does any type of creative work as far as poems, music, write any type of writing, um, their own podcast, just being able to collaborate with other creatives will be real cool.
That's awesome, man.
I think that would be dope.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. All right, man. I mean, you mentioned the cruise coming up. Like,
Yeah.
what else we got in the works? Like, tell us a little bit about that. You skipped. I was gonna bring it back, but you said it and skipped over it like it was nothing. You turned in the big 3-5 in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, 35 in 2 weeks. Scorpio gang, we out here.
Of course.
But in 2 weeks, no, not in 2 weeks. In the first 2 weeks of November, well, I took off from work. I'm gonna go to Florida first 3 days before our cruise.
Nice.
I'm taking Isla to Disney.
That's dope.
So it's gonna be pretty cool. And then we're gonna go on the cruise with like a whole group of us, right? It's like I think it's like almost over 10.
Oh, it's over 10.
It's over 10 people. 10 of us going on that cruise. That's gonna be really dope. Because that's like last time we went to Barcelona. Barcelona was fire.
Barcelona was so dope. Yeah, we went deep.
Yeah, it went deep. So this time I think is way like 10 times deeper. I want to do that picture on the stairs again.
Yeah,
with everybody. That's gonna be fire. Yeah. So we're gonna go on that cruise. That's like I'll be out for like 7 days. You're only gonna go for the cruise, right?
I'm only gonna go for the cruise, but because we're gonna be on the cruise for my actual birthday, I'm taking off a part of the week before and a part of the week after. So I end up being off like 11, 12 days.
Okay, that's
and I just want to relax. I turned 33 this year. I want me to go into my birthday like clear headed. I just want to chill.
And that was my point too, bro. Because my birthday's on the 29th. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna work from home Thursday and Friday, or whatever. And I'm taking off the rest of the 2 weeks. So it's like that whole time I'm home.
Right.
So I'm just like, don't gotta drive anywhere. I'm gonna be calm. Hang out with my daughter for a little bit. And then that's it. On that trip.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a real good time. Definitely a good time.
Good time.
You have any other trips lined up? Besides the one in November.
Besides the cruise in November, well, I'm gonna visit Jersey in December. We got our fraternity's banquet.
Yeah, yes. That's
gonna be a vibe.
I wasn't gonna buy the tickets, to be honest with you.
Why not?
I don't know. I was like on the fence.
Yeah, you gotta go.
No, I bought them.
Okay.
The last minute before the early bird special.
Okay.
So whoever didn't buy the early bird special, that's on you.
This episode is gonna drop before banquet. You buy your ticket.
Yes.
With that, so we got the cruise. I'm gonna go up to Jersey for banquet for a couple days. It's gonna be a good time, and then February I'm going to Colombia.
Oh, okay.
But
third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm, man. I mean,
he's gonna go find his wife in Colombia.
Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I mean, there's no.
We're gonna be like Papacito.
Look at.
He's an Olis.
Nah, so we're not doing that. I just think that how we went through a kick where we loved Miami so much just for the vibes, and it was always a good time.
I think it was just warm in the palm trees, bro, and the air is good.
Right, but we could have went anywhere, but there was one year we went to Miami like 6 times.
Yes, we were wilding.
Right? So now I think I go to Colombia the first time, and I'm like, Miami was up here for me.
Now
it's like this. And I'm like, okay. So then we went again. And
what's next?
And then we went again. So my whole thing is, though, I'm kind of like tired of it. the idea about going about a third time was not mine, but it was kind of like one of those like, hey, like let's do it, like da da da. This is the plan. These are the things we want to do all out there. First off, they're doing a bunch of stuff. Like shout out to my guys, but like they want to do parasliding or paragliding or
Couldn't
whatever you
be
call it.
me.
I'm like this. Listen, bro, if I want to jump off something, I could do that over here. I was like, but I ain't even going that high.
Nah.
I was like,
It's
I don't.
falling.
You good?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't rock climb. I don't do, no free falls. I don't do none of that.
Nah, I'm good.
And then you want to do that in another country?
Yeah,
Come
nah,
on.
straight.
So aside from that, what I, that's all I have planned going forward. I think that eventually, obviously I've said for years my dream vacation spot is Egypt.
That would be dope.
I want to visit the pyramids so bad.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to visit Dubai. Dubai's also looks like a
I'm
vibe.
mad.
We missed that trip.
Yeah, we missed that trip, bro. That would have been a nice trip to go to.
I think we could set it up.
I would like to go
I
there.
think they'd be inclined.
I want the whole like rap, anything. Yeah, smoke some hookah over there. What?
What are we talking about?
Come on.
So that's cool, man. That's pretty much it, though. When I'm glad we got to do this and really like bring the visuals back to life and
I like
stuff
the
like
space,
that.
bro.
The space is fire.
The space is fire.
Yeah, shout out to JPR Studios. They have a few locations actually in Texas. This is the one location they have in Charlotte.
Yeah.
They from the initial meet and greet to even setting up this and stuff, they've been so dope.
Yeah, nice.
So shout out to them.
Communication is super clear.
Yeah, and anytime you pop back up in Charlotte, like this is where we're gonna be at.
Yeah.
Whenever I come up,
we
to
need
Jersey,
to get like a sign right there, put on the back.
I mean, they got stuff we could work with.
Yeah.
So whenever I come up to Jersey, we may have to have like a primary space out there, but we figure it out.
Yeah.
But this is definitely our Charlotte spot.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is it.
I mean, aside from that, before we wrap up and stuff, when you look at, potential, I know you said you want to be big on collaboration and stuff like that. Are there people that, whether we know them or whether it's like a dream interview, like with somebody, like, are there people that you're like, yo, with this new vision we got for the umbrella, the label, just the pod in general, like who do you want to see like on here?
Not for nothing. The first person that comes into mind is probably Josh, bro.
Josh Daniels?
Yeah. I mean, he had you on the podcast, but I would like to have him on ours.
Yeah.
That would be cool. And then going from there, just like any other one of our bros, like Mac and stuff.
Right.
Xavier would be cool to have on there. Tap into his brain. He a little crazy.
Max will be like, "Yeah, man."
He's like, "Yeah."
It's gonna be a wild episode.
Yeah. I would like to have Anderson too.
That would be another wild episode.
Yeah,
Anderson is no
crazy.
filter.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? Let him drown.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What's going on?
Grew from the sweat.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no. Other than that, it would be cool to just have our boys, even like the bros now in Charlotte too. Get some bros from Charlotte, have them on here. I don't know if we'll have enough space though, unless they have another room. We might need a bigger room for it.
We make it work.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Like, you have anybody else in mind?
No, I mean, I think you hit it on the head. I think those people would be dope for the pod. I do want to
get Magic. Get Magic on.
I was just about to say what I like is for us to those people who are strictly like musicians, singers, rappers, I want to have them on a pod. See, pick their brain about certain topics, answer questions with them, right? People who, are more behind the scenes, who only do graphic design. Like, hey, that other stuff isn't my bag. Well, like, let's just talk to you. Let's have a conversation. Again, I feel like a lot of the people we connect with most have a similar thought process to us.
Yeah.
So it's like just hearing that, and then I think that does something for the people when they see the episode back. They're like, oh, that was actually pretty dope, bro. Like, when are you doing another one? When are you doing another?
It's like, yo, when can I hop on? Right. I want to do that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's
imagine we get people to travel to Charlotte just to come over here.
I mean, yeah, or Jersey.
That'll be fun.
Or Jersey.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time regardless. But yeah, man. So I'm glad. Again, we appreciate y'all. We brought this back for you guys, right?
Yes.
The only thing we ask is for support, and support is always free, right?
Yeah.
We want you guys to we hope you enjoy the conversation. We hope you like, share, subscribe.
Tap in, follow the movement. You already know.
Absolutely. So we have so much on the way, like so much. It's it's like crazy, and we only gave you like a little
A
preview
little
of the
glimpse, a
things we're
little
working
glimpse.
on.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey man, I mean, you got anything to let them know before we, you know?
Nah, just shout out to the past subscribers that we had on Look at You. Get with us now, tap in, follow us, and just be on the lookout for any other updates on our Instagram and either our own personal social media.
All right. Well, on that note, this has been Real, episode 1.
Yes, sir.
Rebrand, the collective.
Yo,
We out.
peace.